Sport lovers all over the world, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you once again to Redeem Sports at the King's Palace Television. My name is Tune Badru, your uncle, and my co-uncle today again. Well, together we are going to be taking us through the review of the representatives of Africa at the 2022 Qatar World Cup Elimination Series, the qualifier. The first leg just happened, just last Friday. Africa was literally, shaking from Kinshasa to Bamako, from Bamako to Douala, from Douala to Kumasi, from Kumasi to which other nation? I think that was Cairo. I mean, it was such a great time. 5 matches, and now we are getting very close to having the 5 representatives of Africa at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Dimeji, what do you think?
It's just been a weekend of surprises, of huge surprises, and to see these African nations go at each other. I mean, some of them have met a few times. Ghana and Nigeria have met 50 times up until the last game that they played. It has been a tremendous week of soccer so far.
Absolutely. Well, before the first leg, we had a review here, and we have some 2 gentlemen who made some predictions. Some of them came through, some of them are behind, but we have another shot at getting to what to see in the second leg, where the a decision will be made as to who represents Africa at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. In the studio again with us today to review the second leg of the qualifiers of African continent representatives for the Qatar 22 World Cup. Once again, we have with us the veteran and the addicted supporter of Super Eagles of Nigeria, Tony Alamaro. Welcome again.
Thank you so much.
And of course, the Manchester United man. Wearing Man U shirt today. Shegun Ladokwa is in the studio with us as well. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, together we're going to, be reviewing the second leg, the qualifiers, the playoffs at the African continent. Friday was great. I think Tuesday will be the decider, and in 5 cities of Africa, we expect to see some shaking again. But this time, the shaking will produce the qualifiers and the representatives of Africa, the Qatar 2022, World Cup. Now, before we dive into it, I think we have a short message for you as we take this short break. Go nowhere. We're coming back to give you all the details on the first leg, and then what to expect in the second leg, and to begin to attempt to predict the representatives of Africa in Qatar come November, December 2022 for the World Cup. Go nowhere. Stay with us. We're back shortly.
Redeemer Sports Ministry presents its Sports League. Spring season runs from February to May. Summer season runs from June to August. Fall season runs from August to December. Registration will run from January 10th to February 18th. Soccer for children. Ages 4 to 17, basketball for children. Ages 5 to 17, volleyball for girls. Ages 9 to 17, ping pong for adults only, males and females. The venue is the Redeemed Christian Church of God Sports Arena, 5371 East 5th Street, Katy, Texas 77493. Visit our website at theredeemersports.org. You can also contact us at 832-384-5240 or email us at info@theredeemersports.org for more information. Register today to be a part of this enriching experience. God bless you.
Welcome back, viewers. And this is Redeem Sports at the King's Palace Television, where we are reviewing the second leg, 5 matches again that decide the qualifiers, the representatives of Africa at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. The first leg was amazing experience in the continent. As I introduced earlier on, I have two gentlemen who were with us when we reviewed the first leg, Tunde Alimeru and Shegun Dapowe. Welcome again.
Thank you.
Of course, my co-anchor remains the Meji Oladile. Now, Tunde Alimeru, the first question is yours. What's your general reaction to those 5 matches in the first leg? 2 losses at home. Who could have imagined that? 2 draws and 1 home victory. What's the general reaction?
Well, for me, first I must say a big congratulations to those who have done the job halfway, even though things can still change in the second leg. But it was really nice to see the fact that African football has really stepped up. I was really impressed. I was super impressed. Even the games that were not even connected to Nigeria, like the Ghana and Nigeria match. Watching all that games, there was just a lot of tension, even for me watching those games. But I could see a lot of things. I could see teams who went into this tournament with passion, focused. And even those who lost, they had focus, they had an agenda, but things just didn't go down well with them. But it was really nice to see that.
Absolutely. Shegun, you had many interesting things to say in the first review for the first leg. Were you surprised? What's the general reaction?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised at the way, particularly the so-called, giant of Africa, how they played. Some did not play as expected. I mean, if you compare the way they played in the Nations Cup, to how they play, knowing that this is a World Cup.
Which of the teams are you talking about?
I mean, most of the giants of Africa, the Cameroon, particularly Cameroon. Yeah, I was expecting them to play better than what they played. Yeah, let us even assume that that first goal. I mean, the goal came in the way it came, but because they needed to play to a meaning. I mean, to tell their fans that this is World Cup. We lose gold, we lose the cup in the Nations Cup, but this is World Cup, and we have to show you that we are going to this World Cup with this. They couldn't.
Okay.
Well, remember, Shegun, I told you in the last meeting that you're going to see this is World Cup, not Nations Cup, and all the teams you said didn't do well in the Nations Cup. They came out in a very different.
So I mean, I was expecting them to really, to kind of, level up their game.
I
was surprised that they did
Mary
not.
was saying. I mean, I think the tension that went into those games was very heavy. That sometimes you might forget your last name if they ask you.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess that was what happened to them. Yeah.
Well, the magic.
I mean, next question is for Tunde. The Baba Yara Stadium, right, in Kumasi was where the Super Eagles were to be slaughtered, right? And for some reason, by call it luck or whatever, hard work, they came out free. Right? They escaped from it. What do you think they did right? What did they do well to make them avoid being slaughtered by the Black Stars?
Okay, first I must say it's probably my first time watching a Nigerian game at the Baba Yara Stadium. Now I understand what you guys were saying about. I've never seen fans that crazy. Let me put it in quote. But I listened to the interview that was granted to the Super Eagles. I think it was 2 days after they landed Abuja, and it was Victor Osimhen. He said by the time they got to the airport that they had to arrange scaffolds. They had to jump over scaffolds. He said when they got into their buses, the fans of Ghanaians were hitting the bus so they knew that they were actually in for something. And getting into the stadium, they were like, wow. In fact, he said, I hope Nigerians will come out like this to support us. So for me, fine, they played the draw, but for them to have really kept Ghanaians, I was really, to be honest, they would have won that match. Nigeria would have won that match. Because at the first 20 minutes, it was, give it to the Ghanaians, but from 25 to 30 minutes, they slowed down the game and they played them. And most Ghanaians, even though this was a draw, most Ghanaians were really upset about the outcome of that match. So give it to the Super Eagles. I want to say good luck to Ghanaians, but they will still, they are going to lose the next game. That's a fact.
Awesome. Thanks. Shegun, both teams came out to play. But again, like I said, the narrative was that the Super Eagles were to be slaughtered.
Yeah.
How did they escape that?
See, the mistake that the Ghanaian team made was they set themselves up for failure, and it is two reasons. One, they try to hide their players, and secondly, they believe that taking the game to that Babayara, that is the end of the game. So the pressure was even more on them. And look at the build-up to the game, what our players went through and everything, how the stadium was and everything. So to them, to fail is not even an option. So, but they did. I was listening to Ekong in his post-match. He was talking about the turf, that the turf was very dry. And that was why they have to play like eyeballs. So because the ball could not really move.
Yeah, but FIFA approved it.
Yeah, but FIFA will not approve your turf being wet or not wet. They will approve the standard, you know. Yeah, but not. It is not their concern if your turf is being wet or dry. But they purposely, leave their turf that dry.
It was the setup.
Yeah. So looking at the fans, 40,000 capacity, on their feet throughout the match, we have to win this, but they couldn't. So to me, they set themselves up for failure. If you look at, I think it was a build-up to Korea, Japan, 2002. Yeah. We played draw with them as well.
I know, man. It was 3-1 in
3-0.
3-0 in Port actually.
Tijani Babangida scored two goals. Yeah. So that's a way of history trying to.
Okay, so now you're already asking me the question on my mind. With Ghana unable to win at home, is that the end of the road for Ghana?
Affirmative, yes. Affirmative, yes. For Ghana to beat Super Eagles in Nigeria, please take Nigeria out of West Africa.
Well, Nigeria beat Cape Verde at home. Cape Verde came to Nigeria and got a draw.
Yep.
Now, the tricky side about this qualifier is that the away goal counts. Ghana needed only a 1-1 draw, and Nigeria is out.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm asking again. Ghana drew at home goalless draw. Is that the end of the road for Ghana? Think again.
For Ghana, it is the end as far as this World Cup is concerned. There is no if Ghana could put up that kind of crowd against Nigeria, we can do more, against them. So definitely, I believe we are going to win them in Abuja on Tuesday.
Tony, what do you think?
Well, for me, I think it's under the road for Ghana. I must say, because with what I saw, as a matter of fact, Shegun mentioned that the stadium was meant to be 40,000. I can't remember who. I think it was an ex-Super Eagles player who said they should even sanction Ghana because they went beyond the capacity of the
stadium. It was 40,000 and something.
Yeah. And even at that, the boys were still able to do that. And I don't want to say, I think no, it wasn't Victor Osimhen. It was one of the players again yesterday who said, "Shebi they call Nigeria, they go see." In meaning that they're going to be here, they're coming to Nigeria, so I believe that it's the end of the road for them, honestly.
Okay, very good. Viewers, go nowhere. This conversation is just starting. We have a lot to unpack for you in this analysis of Qatar 2022 Africa Qualifiers Playoff. The second leg is here on Tuesday. And you go nowhere because you need to get all the information that you need. We'll be back shortly after this break.
Due to the COVID pandemic, the MARACANA Sports Center have been put on hold, but now we are back. Our Sports Outreach Church, the MARACANA Sports Center, resumes on Sunday 6th of February 2022 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. MARACANA Sports Center is our sports outreach church reaching out to the community fellowshipping through sports and the Word of God. Sports service holds every Sunday at 6 p.m. on the TKP Sports Arena. So we are inviting men, women, boys and girls across all ages to come and hang out and play all sporting activities while connecting with friends and families. Join us starting February 6, 2022. For more information, please call Coach Addy at 832-731-7714.
welcome back to the Redeem Sports at the King's Palace Television. We are reviewing Qatar 2022 qualifiers, the playoffs in the continent of Africa. The second leg is here. It's been some interesting discussion in the studio. Tunela, it's you once again as we get into other matches beyond the Nigerian, Ghana match. Cameroon lost at home. Certainly a terrible upset, particularly when they couldn't deliver the gold medal, just in February when they hosted, the AFCON. Will that be the end of the road for the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, or can the Lion roar again?
I think it's almost like the end. Because I had 100% support that for Cameroon. I was so sure they were going to beat Algeria, but the Algerians had the game plan, and it worked out for them. I wouldn't know if the fact that they recently had a new coach, so he probably hasn't been able to gel with that team. They had all the support. They would to actually beat Algeria at home. I don't know. It's almost going to be like very, very, very impossible.
So we should shut them out of the line.
Yeah.
Well, during the AFCON games, I think the third place match, it was Cameroon, the Lions of Cameroon, playing Burkina Faso, I believe. Burkina Faso was 3 goals up, and then Cameroon came back, leveled up, and they won, on penalty shooter. Are we looking for a surprise for Cameroon against Algeria when they go to Algeria to play the second leg?
So the Cameroonian team, I was expecting, that bite, that to come out, to prove a point to their fans that we are ready to go, we really want to play this match, we dropped the ball when we're supposed to win the Nations Cup. So I was expecting that kind of, build up into the game and play. And even because they scored 1-0 against them doesn't mean they cannot win the match. But they couldn't. They were just laid back. Their coach was even like the one, telling them to, you guys have to play, play. I was like, he doesn't even need to tell you to play. You need to play. So that was, if they are taking that to, to Algiers, I don't think they can,
Well,
really do
Tunela was saying earlier on that it could be because Song just came in and he had not really, gelled or worked enough on the team. Because that wasn't the Cameroon that we saw at AFCON. The Cameroon at AFCON came back in that top place.
Yeah,
and it was
exactly.
to turn the game around and to defeat Burkina Faso. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a player thing? Or is it their captain? Is it what? What really happened?
Yeah, it could be maybe what every coach comes up with his own idea or play pattern and everything. So maybe what he brought into them was what they could not fit into. But I was expecting a change, exactly, in the second half. That okay, if this was not really working well for you, go back to where you stopped and start from there. But they couldn't still. So and Algerians, particularly most of these North African nations, the moment they score one, So I would be surprised, really, if they can win in Algiers.
Well, so the lion's mouth is about to be shut. I truly wish Cameroon can roar. The indomitable Lions of Cameroon can roar again and get some point in Algiers. But hey, we wait and see. But
if they have somebody that can take the game on himself, I am going to play. At times, what you just need is somebody in your team that you all need to, kind of ride on.
Yeah. But Shegun, I'll tell you this, though. Nobody goes to such games not wanting to win. Okay? Nobody goes into that game not wanting to win. But in the meantime, I have another question for you. Now, the own goal conceded by Mali has been, in my opinion, one of the worst we've seen in recent times. If you remember in 1994 when Colombia played the United States. Escobar. So that was another one. Now, so for me, the question is that as a result of recklessness, or was it too much pressure on the Malians, and how can they, the Malians, M-A-L-I, not Malians, how can they respond in the second leg of the match?
That own goal to me wasn't about pressure. The guy was not under any pressure. He could have passed the ball maybe to a defender or turn back, look for any of his teammates and pass the ball. And look at the keeper. Look at where the keeper was standing.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody that want to pass a ball and you are not looking before you pass. Yeah, so I won't blame it on pleasure.
Pressure.
On pressure, but it was just being careless, particularly on the part of the because you can't just play like that. You can't just blind play and like let me just play to who. Look at who you are playing to now. So it wasn't a pressure, and if they are even up to the game, the Malians, they should have scored. They should have scored because it was I think it was the pressure, particularly on the same guy now that got the because it was like I have to make up with it. I have to. So you don't have to. But I also blame their coach. Once it's happened like that, your thinking should be, how do I win this game? What do I need to do? See, you need to have a plan. Look at our coach. They won't change almost 5 players.
Yeah.
Even before the Ghanaians responded. So you have to what is the next plan if this happens?
But Shegun, it's easier said than done, especially when you're there live.
I know. It's their job. That's what they are playing for. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Tunde, recklessness or pressure?
Both for me. So I beg to differ. For me, that defender was under pressure. And for me, the keeper was reckless because it was more like a straight ball to me. And he even struggled to. I felt if he had put a little more effort, he should have been able to stop that ball. So like Shegun said, it is really going to be very tough for them. I'm telling you, I think it's the worst.
Following up on that today, I think it was a calamity. I'm telling you. It was perhaps the worst own goal that I have seen in recent times.
Do you see him playing for Mali going forward?
Well, I don't think we kill. It won't be an Escobar thing. Because I think it was in 1981. It was when Odia scored an own goal in Nigeria. It was tough. The guy ran out of Nigeria actually. So it could be tough for a moment, but I guess after a while, people will forget.
Let's hope the Malians make it.
But we'll see. The trauma, however, listen to the next point, I think that will affect their psyche. The psychological trauma will be really very, very huge. In my head, I was kind of thinking of how they can overcome that trauma. It's particularly the guy who, scored the goal, the own goal, got a red card, put the team in trouble. Maybe they even quarrel in the locker room after the game, and so on and so forth. And they had only about 72 hours to respond to all of these things. How will they overcome, the psychological trauma? What should be, the back office be doing on the team, the psychologists, the medical personnel, and even the coach? What should they be doing to make them overcome the trauma, or should they just forget about the second leg?
I don't think it's something to overlook because considering the fact that this is World Cup, and I'm sure they want to be at the World Cup.
Yes,
and beyond the training, beyond the practice, I think it's about time for. I don't know what motivates that team. Like maybe he requires the president of their country to really visit them at their training camp to really talk to them. And it's not about money, but I feel for that defender who got the red card because everything is gonna. And I can't remember which of the World Cup it was that Luis Suarez. Yeah, it was Uruguay versus Ghana.
Yeah, I remember.
I think Asamoah was going to score. And
it was the last minute. That was the winning goal. That would have been the first African country to get to semi-final.
Yep.
So, and everybody was like, oh, what's going to happen to the Suarez? And boom, they blew out the penalty. So, honestly, it will take a lot for them to really come back on this. This is a huge one on them.
What do you think? What do you do to a team that is traumatized by some, recklessness and problem in a game going into the second leg of the same game?
Yeah, I believe they need a psychologist. Yeah, somebody that could, side them that see, though it has happened. Okay, look at when that guy scored. The keeper had to come and pat him at the back that don't worry, continue the game. So they need somebody to come talk to them individually as a team, and like I said earlier, they need somebody to carry the whole team. That they need somebody to shoulder the whole team let's go. No matter what we have. In fact, they need to even put everything behind them. They're like, okay, we want to start this game afresh and see. Though Tunisia will, they will be very tough at home. That no, this is the last game. So we need to, give it everything to.
And at home, they will need only a draw at home.
Yeah, exactly. So we need that. So this is football. If Macedonia can beat Italy at home, I mean, it can happen that they beat them too. This is football. So all they just need is for Tunisians to make one blunder, and that ends it if they can.
Very good. Second quick question. We've already established this fact that either Sadio Mane or Salah will go home and will not make it for the World Cup. Now, going by the result of the first leg, should Mane be saying goodbye to Qatar 2022? Or is there still hope for Senegal? Now, if you look at what happened in the AFCONs, you would think that, Senegal should be in the forefront. Is there hope for Senegal?
Well, I want to believe there's still hope for them. Because if you look at their match, this match that they played in Egypt, though Egypt played well because they are at home and everything, but they could not score more than a goal, and it was an own goal.
It was an own goal.
Yeah. So they have not really, played. I mean, there's a way you want to expect a team, or you are expecting a team that want to go to the World Cup to play. But look at how the Senegalese, they could have won. They could have scored. I think they lost they came close to scoring about 2 goals.
Yeah, 2 chances, yeah.
So if they take that to definitely they will do well. I won't be surprised if they win at home. I won't be surprised.
Yeah, I also feel the same way. I think Senegal is going to change things. I think they're going to win. AFCON, Cameroon wasn't home for Senegal, but going to Dakar, I'm telling you, things are going to change.
But what should they change if they're going to make a difference?
Well, like Sheko said, I think we need to see more of Sadio Mane carrying this team in this game, in the next game. And look, the guys they have there, what's this guy, Igwe, that plays in, PSG? Most of them. So these are guys who are hungry to go to the World Cup. Yeah. And they want to actually show that, look, we defeated you guys at AFCONs. We can do the same again. And they want to, of course, they want to impress their home fans. Not after all the plots of land they promised. After the AFCON.
Before they withdraw the promises. Well, viewers, thank you again for being part of the show. We are taking our next break. It's going to be pretty quick. We're going to come back soon. Go nowhere. See you soon.
Mission and evangelism is the uttermost agenda of God. He's given us the mandate as believers to make disciples of all nations. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, the King's Palace, Katy, Texas will be taking the savor of Christ to Barbados. Get ready because souls are hungry and the harvest is ripe. Featuring open-air crusade, health fair, soccer tournament, welfare visit to homes, and church planting at Speightstown. Date, Friday 13th to 15th May 2022. May 13th, 2022 will feature health fair by 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., football games at Speightstown by 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., radio interview at the Barbados Christian Radio by 10 a.m., and open-air crusade by 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. May 14th, 2022 will feature health fair by 9 a.m., the finals of the football games by 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and an open-air crusade by 5:30 p.m. May 15th, 2022 is the grand finale, and will feature worship service at the Miracle Arena by 10 a.m., and a new church planting at Speightstown by 5:30 p.m. This is an opportunity to be committed to the desire of God. Pray, plan, prepare and financially support the Barbados mission. For more information, visit www.rccgthekingspalace.org. Jesus is Lord.
Welcome back to the Redeemed Sports at the King's Palace TV. You know, we're talking about and we're analyzing the second half of the qualifiers for the upcoming Qatar World Cup. And again, to my left here again is Tunde Lemero and Shegun Oladakwan, my wonderful host, very seasoned host, Tunde Badru. Tunde, another question for you. You know, the Baba Yaro Stadium was in Kumasi was packed to the brim. I mean, some people, they allege that it was beyond capacity. Now, will the Nigerian fans be able to replicate the same thing at the MKO Stadium in Abuja, or we're going to see an empty stadium? What can the Nigerian Football Federation do to encourage people to come out in numbers? Because I know Nigerian fans, if they want to be there, they'll be there. What can the NFF do, and will we repeat what happened in Kumasi?
Two things. One, to answer that question, I think it's a big yes. And I think I was discussing with Tunde Badru after the game on last Friday. The Nigerian government should declare a public holiday. Just so that people who probably want to travel from different states of the country to be in that game. But I can assure you, if what you saw, if you think you saw fans supporting Ghanaians on that day, I know what the Nigerian supporters club are capable of. I know what they are capable of. And let me just put it at that. Because I'm trying to imagine what's going to happen in that game. Because I know what kind of, and even when Nigeria, look at most games when we lose matches, you still see the supporters, they're just still behind that.
Die-hard fans.
Yeah.
Shegun, are we expecting a mammoth crowd? Or a disappointing crowd based on what they played in Ghana?
I wish that match would have been played in Lagos. Yeah. You know, Lagos, I mean, you can't, people will not even go to work. Yeah. You know, even though it's a work day.
Unfortunately, National Stadium is in shambles.
Yeah. Exactly.
Balogun Stadium is not meeting
the standard. Yeah. So, what they can do, if they can declare like all the, you know, the federal ministries in Abuja that no work, everybody should go to the stadium to watch the match. But rather than that, the stadium might not be that full. I mean, yes, you will definitely see the stadium will not be as, you know, full to that capacity as you. Though we might assume that, you know, maybe the match wasn't, you know, kind of as expected. But then we played. You don't expect us to play any better than, you know, how we played in Ghana with that kind of, you know, crowd and all that. Even our coach testified to you that he was surprised by the strength of those, you know, the Ghanaian team. I mean, their physicality. I mean, it was obvious even in the, you know, in the way they played. So that is where I was looking at too. That these guys, I think because when you play with that kind of crowd, even if you don't have strength, that strength will come. You know, because you see that, you know, like there's an adage in Yoruba that if a dog has the backing of his owner, it will, you know, it will kill the yeah. So awesome. Because they had that crowd, they were like, no, we are, you know, and that was actually what gave them that that strength that Egwaven was, you know, acknowledging to. So if we have that, definitely is going to give us that edge. I pray and hope that we.
Okay, I know. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, isn't it surprising that we have two patriotic Nigerians here?
It's amazing.
Different views. One saying that it's going to be sold out, and another saying it's not going to be sold out.
To be honest, I like the fact, Shegun, that that game is not taking place in Lagos because Lagos fans are. Yeah. You can't predict them. If this game is not going Nigeria's way, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course they will.
The Abuja fans are patient people, and you definitely have people flying from different parts of Nigeria to watch that game.
All right, so let's leave the 12th man on the field, the fans. Yeah. Obviously, the 12th man, the fans, is really very crucial, very important for the game. But you know, unfortunately, they can't go. Not a single fan can go to the field to play. Yeah. So what should the team be doing? What should they do differently? What can they improve on? What mistakes should they avoid if they must win?
Yeah, one of the things or some of the things that I noticed is, okay, particularly this thing, you know, Ghana will want to come out and play and win. So Nigeria should be very careful. If they want to go on a counter, they should be very precise with it. Don't take chances when you have that counter. Go there, kill the game. Because when you do it once or twice and you fail, and they realize that that is how you want to play, they are going to change their game plan as well. So if they, because they will want to come out all in, let us at least get a goal and close the close the shop. But they, because you know that they are coming out, just go in, kill the game for them. So what I believe our coaches should be doing is like prepping the boys for those kind of play pattern that this is how they are going to play and this is how we are going to respond. This is a different game. This is the last game. This is not Ghana. This is Nigeria. So this is how you need to play this game. These are the things that you need to do. Then I think they had some issues that people are complaining of. Particularly on the selection. Some people are like saying that Aribo is not a defensive midfielder. It should be an attacking midfielder.
But it was played as an offensive midfielder, actually. It was Innocent Bonke that played as defensive midfielder. Man, that in Nigeria, everybody's a coach.
Yes, exactly. So if they can, kind of play that, with that same passion, and try to, leave the game a little higher, I believe they can, do well.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I was watching, what's his name again? Victor Osimhen again yesterday at the interview. He said the moment he gives them the ball, Otoado, the coach of Ghana, says, two people. So I think it's, and he said, well, this is our home, so we really know what to do. And I wish them well.
So Tunde, we see a very highly improved Black Star team, the Ghanaian team from the AFCON, right? On this past Friday, they did excellently well. Are they a threat to the Super Eagles?
Of course, they will come out to play at Abuja, but you may disagree. The fact is that they really got the support of their fans to be able to do what they did.
Correct.
On Friday.
So you're saying they are a threat to the Super Eagles?
Yeah, they will definitely be. This is a World Cup. It has to be a World Cup. But unfortunately, Nigeria will still win. So that's a fact.
Shego, is it a walkthrough for the Super Eagles, or this Ghanaian team are just going to pose a huge threat to them?
I don't see them posing anything. If you look at in 2021 FIFA rating, Ghana was 52. 52, yeah. As at 2022 February, they have dropped to 61. So, and if you want to, if you look at it very well, it has even translated to how they are playing. I don't see, because I tell people, football is not about possession. You could have the best possession, but it's about goals. Conversion. That is what counts. I mean, if you want to score by your nose, by your finger, what counts is goal, not who has. I mean, Ghana. Senegal against Egypt. They had the best possession. The Senegalese, but there was no goal. So I don't see that kind of, that's kind of, that's push in the front of the Ghanaian to make them a threat to our defender. Yeah, because if we were able to hold them that strong, then coming to our own backyard to play with that kind of display that we displayed in Ghana, I don't see them as a threat.
All right, guys, I'm afraid we have to take our final break before we come back to wrap things up in this review. It's been great. Viewers, we appreciate a part of us, and then we're going to take this break and come back. Go nowhere, because the closing remarks are very important as we look to closing this show today. Stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly.
Something big is about to happen, coming from Katy, Texas, to you and your families all over the world. The Redeemed Christian Church of God, the King's Palace, Katy, Texas, is 16. we invite you and your household to join us for the celebration of the 16th year anniversary of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the King's Palace, Katy, Texas. Theme, Redemption. Starting Tuesday, April 19th to Sunday, April 24th, 2022. Come and experience fun and divine encounter in church in a way you have never seen before. The pre-anniversary events begin with the Anniversary Annual Sport Competition Outreach. Preliminary Anniversary Sports Heat on Friday, April 15th at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anniversary Sports Heat Semifinals on Saturday, April 16th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the Anniversary Sports Semifinals on Sunday, April 17th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Main anniversary events commence with For the Crown Annual Interhouse Competition in Music, Academia, Creative, and Theater Arts from Tuesday the 19th to Thursday the 21st of April, 2022. 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time daily, featuring short skits, animation, comics, spoken words, choreography, reading challenge, singing, playing instruments, live academic competition in math, English, current affairs, and much more for children and teenagers. Friday, April 22nd will feature the Anniversary Praise Night with special ministrations from the RCCG Kingdom Voices, the Kingdom Light Choir, the Kingdom Seed Choir, the prestigious The King's Palace Music Academy, and other anointed music ministers of God. Event starts at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Saturday, April 23rd is a day of fun-filled outreach events for the whole family, featuring community mega outreach with CDC-regulated social distancing and COVID-19 precautions. This day will feature 3 outreach in 1, starting at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. The first outreach is food distribution to the community. The second, health and wellness promotion outreach. And third, virtual immigration consultation outreach via Zoom. Then followed by the grand finale of the Inter-House Sports Competition, Parade, and Awards, starting at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on the sporting complex of the church. Sunday, April 24th is the grand finale, featuring our annual Thanksgiving and Community Awards in 2 services. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hour of Power, and 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. From Glory to Glory. Host pastors, Pastors Tunde and Shadi Badaru. Venue, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the King's Palace, Katy, Texas Campus, 5371 East 5th Street, Katy, Texas, 77493. All events will be streamed live on the King's Palace YouTube channel, KingsPalaceTV, and on our Facebook and Instagram pages. For more information, call 281-391-7224 or visit www.rccgthekingspalace.org. As we celebrate, jubilate, and felicitate, bring your household and friends, and get ready to encounter another level of redemption for greatness now and beyond. So let somebody shout, Hallelujah!
Viewers, I welcome you back to the Redeemed Sports at the King's Palace TV. We've been reviewing Qatar 2022 African qualifiers, the playoffs. The second leg is holding on Tuesday in 5 cities in the continent of Africa. And it's been wonderful with this gentleman in the studio with me discussing, this past, few minutes or so. I'm quite excited that you have been part of it. Shegun, Tunela Meru, the Meji, it's been wonderful, looking at this. And this closing, round, I will want the audience, the viewers, to participate in it because of our prediction. Look, now the first leg matches are all played. Predictions should be easier, guys, than before the first leg are played. So we have 5 matches. Morocco versus DR Congo in Casablanca, Morocco. Tunisia versus Mali, I think will be in Tunis or somewhere in Tunisia. Algeria versus Cameroon in Algiers. Senegal versus Egypt in Dakar. Nigeria versus Ghana in Abuja. We already have the results of the first leg. Now we want to predict the 5 that will represent Africa at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Now, viewers, you put down there your own predictions, and then we will let you know. After Tuesday, maybe on Wednesday, we'll find out. In fact, by Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world, we will know the 5 representatives of Africa at the Qatar 22 World Cup. Who is bold to start? Tunde Alimere, will that be you or will that be you, Shegun? Well, we did 1-1. Actually, I'll start with you. You pick one, and the next game I'll start with him. Morocco, DR Congo. In the first leg, you know, DR Congo was almost winning. Yep. They were leading 1-0. Morocco got a penalty which they missed. And then there was a counter, actually. Congo was going to, you know, score the second goal, but then it didn't happen, and there was a counter, and Morocco equalized. That was the first leg. What do you think? In Casablanca, will Morocco carry the day and represent Africa, or will it be DR Congo?
Morocco all the way.
All right. So, what's your prediction?
1-0.
1-0 Morocco. Okay, Shegun, what do you think? Morocco, DR Congo.
Morocco, DR Congo.
And by the way, your Ghana Nigeria prediction was closer to it than Tunde's.
Oh yeah, actually, you
I think I said 0-0-1-1.
You did.
Yeah, and I also said I said Morocco. It was close to it, though. Yeah. And I also said
I mean, Mali won't beat Tunisia.
Mali won't beat Tunisia.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
That Congo Morocco match might ended in penalty.
You expect another 1-1?
No.
That's the only way we end in penalty.
I'm expecting 2-1.
If it's 2-1, then who has to?
Morocco 2.
Yeah, then Morocco will win and represent.
Oh yeah, okay, yes, because exactly, yeah.
So you're on my side now for Morocco, right?
Morocco might carry the day.
Okay, very good.
2-1.
Now, viewers, it's your turn. And you know you can participate in this actually.
I would say Morocco 2-1.
Morocco 2-1.
Correct.
Okay, Morocco 1-0.
Okay, he says Morocco 1-0.
I think Morocco will qualify. So viewers, it's your turn. Why don't you put yours there? You know, and then we'll see whose prediction will come true. All right, the next game, Tunisia versus Mali. This time around, not in Bamako. It's going to be in Tunis or somewhere in Tunisia. What's the prediction, Shegun?
2-0.
2-0 Tunisia.
Tunisia.
All right. 2-1 Tunisia.
2-1 Tunisia.
2-1 Tunisia.
1-0 Tunisia. All right, viewers, don't forget, you put yours there. Now, Tunisia turn. Algeria versus Cameroon. Cameroon lost at home in Douala, and they are going to travel to the Algiers. I'm still routing for Cameroon. I knew this is tough, but you know, the indomitable Lions, a lion is a lion. You never know.
2-1 Algeria.
2-1 Algeria. So Algeria we go.
Yeah.
Meji.
3-1 Cameroon.
Cameroon will turn things around.
Yes.
All right. I'll be as bold as you are. I'll go for Cameroon. I think Cameroon will beat Algeria 1-0.
Okay.
And then, you know, they lock horns, and then we'll see who qualifies. But I think Cameroon has what it takes to beat Algeria at home. Marginally 1-0. If you go to penalty shootout, Algeria may whip at home. That may be my sentiment in wanting Cameroon to win. But really, I look forward to a Cameroon in the World Cup, if possible. Because they have a local FA, I mean, rather, they have an ex-player as their FA chairman. Yep. They have a local coach as their coach. I just want these narratives to get, you know, good results, so that African can begin to toe this path. Yeah. If I must tell you my sentiment, you know, for Cameroon. But the game is tough right now. I mean, losing at home to Algeria, going to Algiers, it's never going to be easy. Yep. But you know, miracles still happen.
Yep.
Next game, I think that'll be today's call. Senegal versus Egypt. No, actually.
Yeah.
Senegal, Egypt.
Senegal, Egypt.
It's going to be in Dakar this time.
Yeah.
Not in Cairo.
Yeah, Senegal is going to win. And I think it is going to be 2-1.
2-1 will mean, actually, 2-1 will mean that Egypt will qualify.
Yeah.
They will qualify to go.
Well, I think it's going to be, I think 2-0. 2-0 for
Senegal.
Senegal.
So Senegal will qualify.
Yeah.
I like the way you guys are always on the opposite side.
I would say 1-0 Senegal.
1-0 Senegal means anything can then happen because it will be 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
An
so
aggregate and then
2-0. 2-0.
So okay, so 2-0 Senegal.
Yep.
I think 2-0 Senegal as well. All right, finally the big one. This has to start with today actually. Nigeria versus Ghana in Abuja, Nigeria.
You don't want to hear this.
I want to.
3-0 Nigeria.
Exactly.
Oh, you agree for 1-0? 3-0 Nigeria.
I would say 3-2 or 3-1.
No, I think Nigeria will win convincingly. Maybe 2-0. I've not seen Nigeria score 3-goal lead in recent time. But they've scored 2 games in some of the matches. I think at the worst it will be 2-0. Nigeria will go to Qatar 2022. Sorry, Ghanaians, my friend. All right, I hope you are putting your own prediction for these 5 games. It's been wonderful coming your way.
Sorry, before you wrap up, which of these 5 games, and real quick, which of these 5 games will end up in penalty shootouts? Sunday, I'll start from you.
Well, based on my predictions, I don't see anyone ending penalties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday?
Algeria, Cameroon, I think.
Yeah. Algeria, Cameroon, Egypt, Senegal.
Yeah. Those 2 are quite possible to go on penalties. Certainly.
Good.
Well, viewers, thank you very much again for being part of the show today. Now, the 5 matches is now less than 24 hours to kick off. I'm sure you will want to watch all the matches, or at least the one that involve your team. At the King's Palace, there will be a live coverage, or we're going to be a view center, I should say. So if you want to watch Nigeria versus Ghana match, for example, you can come to 5371 East 5th Street, Katy, Texas 77493, and then you will be able to join other sport lovers to see the Nigerian versus Ghana match. Stay tuned on our YouTube channel, for other updates to keep you to speed with all the things that we have going on. If you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do it now. Now is the time to do it. Do you want to ask me something?
One more thing, Tunde, before we leave. Again, like I always mention, you're a life coach, you're a mentor to many.
Yes.
This game, or this series of games that will be played, are full of pressure.
True.
How do you, or how do we, the guests, the audience, how do we approach the pressures of life that we face daily? Like, we all go through pressure in life. How do we approach pressure in life? Or how would you advise us to approach pressure in life?
Very, very, very good question. And I know that most of the time when we are under pressure, we make more mistakes. And like we were saying, the Tunisia-Mali match, has a bit of pressure.
Correct.
But of course, a bit of recklessness. I think the one thing you want to do always, in anything you do, you can never over-prepare for things. You can never concentrate or focus on what matters the most per time. So I think first and foremost, it becomes very important, to prepare and prepare and prepare. It's very important to stay focused and stay focused and stay focused. Because God still rewards hard work, believe me. The Bible, says that says that a man who is diligent in his work has established before kings and not mean men. So I will recommend to anyone to not joke with things that matter. God himself is not a joker. He takes people serious, and let's take things seriously. And that brings me to what people don't want to hear sometimes. Say, in sports, no, God is not in sports. Of course, God is in everything.
Yeah.
God is in everything. He created everything. So he is in everything. And that's why I like the African soccer teams. Before the games, them going to pray.
Yep.
Especially Nigerian team, even doesn't matter what your religion is. You see people with
Even
trumpet and
some South American teams do that now.
Absolutely. So hey, I would say pray and pray. If you want to go to church to pray for your team, do so. Believe me honestly, God answers prayers. Because the truth is, you can prepare. You can even take things seriously and stay focused. The Bible also says that the horse is prepared for the day of the battle. Yeah. Victory is of the Lord.
One of my uncles told me, he said, prepare as if there was no God and pray as if you've not prepared.
Absolutely. So it's very crucial, that we face pressure having God on our side. Thank you again, Meji, for the question. Is always going to be useful. Now, and this is soccer, but your pressure right now may not be soccer. It may be anything else. I want to assure you that if you have God in your team, you will win. You certainly will win. You can't have God in your team, and lose, whatever the challenge may be. Now, on that note, we're going to draw the curtain on this episode of the Redeemed Sports at the King's Palace Television. And as I was saying earlier on, if you are yet to subscribe, subscribe right now. You will forget if you do it later. Do it right now. Push the notification button as well. Share this video and even like it. Thank you very much for being part of the show today. Till we come your way soon again, it's Tune Badru
and Tumeji Eladili.
And
I can thank you guys for making it to the studio again. Shegun, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you soon again on our next episode of the Redeemed Sports at the King's Palace.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.